Hello and welcome to my channel. You are the one where we talk all things law of assumption to help make your manifesting journey easier and more fun. And today I wanted to give you a brief explanation to my guided visual meditation that I have coming out alongside this video. I just wanted to give you an explanation so that you know what you're doing when you go through this meditation. So that's what we're doing today. Stick around. My name is Hedley Dorenzi. If you'd like to know more about me, you'll find all my details in the box below this video or at my website, youaretheone.com.au. But we are going to get straight into this video, which is just basically an introduction, an explanation to my very first guided visual meditation, which I'm super excited about because this is the first one I've ever done. So I'm very happy with the results and I hope you will be too. It's a journey that you are going to go on from a version of yourself that you're in now to the version of yourself you desire to be, meaning the desired life that you imagine that you would love to be living. So I just wanted to give you an explanation of this meditation so that you know exactly what you're doing when you're doing it. And I'm going to release the meditation alongside this video. So I just suggest watching this video first and then going and doing the meditation. So in this meditation, it's different to the other ones I've done. This is a guided visual journey where I'm taking you from one state of consciousness to another state of consciousness. And that state is a version of yourself. So going into this meditation, it might be a good idea to have kind of like an idea of, like, if you were to choose your ideal version of you and the ideal life that you would love to be living, just kind of have an idea of what that might look like prior to going into this visual meditation. Because what's going to happen is there's 4 tracks to this meditation and they are of different tempo. So in the first track actually pretty much goes straight into the visualization. So I ask you to go looking for a good pair of walking shoes. So remember, you're doing all of this in imagination. So I would say prior to starting this visualization, just find yourself a really comfortable position where you're not going to be disturbed. Take a few breaths and then press play on this meditation, because I don't actually do any of that in the meditation. It's pretty much straight into the visualization. I'm going to get you to go looking in imagination. All of this is in imagination, for a really good pair of walking shoes. Then you're going to put these walking shoes on. You're going to tie the laces up. And then you're going to stand up and you're going to look out into the distance to the horizon. And on the horizon is going to be, like, way in the distance is a version of you that you are not yet. Meaning it's a version of you that you have in your mind or your imagination as to who you would like to be, the kind of life that you would love to live if you were this version of you. And I'll give you an example. Like, let's say you want to be a multimillionaire, but you're not right now. So the version of you would be that version of you as the multimillionaire way out in the horizon. That's kind of what I'm talking about. So you'd have that version in the distance. Then I'll bring you into the next track. And the next track is the journey. So you will embark on the journey and you will imagine a path emerging in front of you, and you will walk that path. Now that path can take you anywhere, whether it's over mountainous terrains or through rainforest or along the beach or a long road. It doesn't matter. Just let your imagination guide you as to the path that you're walking. Like, this is part guided visualization, like part being an observer in your own movie and just like letting the movie unfold in front of you and being a spectator to your own visual journey. So that's where it's kind of fun as well, just to let your imagination guide you as well. So you're going to take this journey, and then that's going to lead into the third track where you have arrived at your destination. You are now standing face to face to that version of you that you imagined back at the beginning of the visualization. So now you're facing this version of yourself in your imagination. And I'm going to say you're going to step into this version of yourself. But when I say that, don't immediately step into yourself. I'm just preparing you for that. And then I will say, step into yourself now. At that point, you step in, from your perspective, you step into that version of you and you become that version of you. And you can just take a few breaths and breathe that in. And then that will guide you into the fourth track, where I say, take a moment to look around your reality. And in that moment, just like look around and let your imagination guide you to what your life looks like as that version of you. And then I will say, enjoy yourself. And then I don't speak for, I don't know what it is, like a couple of minutes. And in that moment, it kind of, you'll feel the music. It's really beautiful music. just to let yourself play with what your reality would look like, that version of yourself. So let's say, using the example of the multimillionaire, if you were now that multimillionaire, what would your life look like? And then visualize that. Let your imagination show you images of what your life would be and feel like as that version of you. And then I will ask you to breathe that reality in, and then that reality will become a light that is shining from your heart. And then I'll instruct you to just beam that light out to everyone in your reality, and see everyone in your reality light up from the light that's beaming from your heart. And that light is beaming so bright to so many people that your light now kind of lights up the whole world. Then I will ask you to breathe it in and breathe it out, and that'll be the end of the meditation. So essentially, I just wanted to explain all of those steps so that you know what's coming, because when you know why you're doing what you're doing, it allows your subconscious to accept what you're doing. And that is what we want. We want the subconscious to accept this version of you, that you have journeyed from your current version to this version of you, to accept that that is now the version that you are. Because remember, in law of assumption, it's about living from the end, not thinking of the end. Now, I'm taking you from the perspective of thinking of to thinking from, because that's often the journey that we have to take within our own consciousness. We are coming from a reality that we're in where we don't have what we want, and we want that, so we're thinking of what we want. And then we have to use these techniques in order to then become who it is we desire to be, that version of ourselves that we would like to be or have imagined ourselves. So this is essentially the journey we take in consciousness. When we have a desire, we are going from thinking of something to thinking from something. And that is what the purpose of this meditation is about. It is about getting into that state of living from that version of you and living from that life that you desire to live now. So enjoy the meditation. Let me know how you go, and you can use this meditation as often as you like. If you enjoy it, then use it. If you don't, find something else that you enjoy. There are no rules with any of this. This is about finding what works for you. If something doesn't work, leave it, move on. And if something does work, enjoy it until you're bored of it and move on to something else. So it is just one of my offerings. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.